What makes a city a destination? Is it the history of the place or the history you can make there? Is it the famous or not so famous that make it special? Really special. Natural or made by hand? Ask yourself, is your next destination hip, historic, and almost heaven?
I'm Danny Jones, Mayor of Charleston, West Virginia, with a personal welcome to the city that's known for its hospitality, river fun, cool restaurants, historic architecture, and great meeting venues. Make your next destination someplace hip, historic, and almost heaven. Make it Charleston, West Virginia.
Wake up in Charleston, West Virginia, a capital city with small town charm. It's easy to get here. Named for that famous jet pilot who broke the sound barrier, you can touch down at Yeager Airport and be downtown in just about 5 minutes. Plus, Charleston, West Virginia is your gateway and getaway to all that's wild and wonderful about the Mountain State, because you're only about an hour's drive from world-class adventure. And for those intrigued with our rich history, there's a trail, a tour, or a site that will take you back in time, back to our salty past. Walk where the Iroquois and Adena once lived. Visit the hometown of Reverend Leon Sullivan, or see how that past has manifested itself in our future at the world-class Clay Center for the Arts and Sciences.
There's a spring in the mountain and it flows down to the town.
Heard round the world on National Public Radio. Mountain Stage calls Charleston, West Virginia home. Catch it live and in person here. You can soothe the senses in a more classical way, or turn up the volume with excitement. But if getting down to business is why you're here, we're ready for you. From the Convention Center to Charleston's hotels, we do what it takes to make sure your stay exceeds expectations. Whether spending the day at work or at play, we're a bona fide walkable city. In fact, strolling in Charleston is a walk back in time to simple pleasures and new family traditions. But as we say in Charleston, it's all about the food. And when the day drifts into night, all the stars come out and light up our skies. In Charleston, nighttime is the right time to just relax. Whatever you do, live it up and enjoy Charleston's special blend of hospitality. So come discover your inner hip, historic, and almost heaven. There's only one place to do it. Charleston, West Virginia.
Till you're in my arms. yeah, typical workday. Moving right along when your server dies or your email chokes. And suddenly, you're dealing with that thing called Workus Interruptus. These days, companies need to be agile. And if you're at a dead stop because your IT hasn't been able to keep up with your business, that can cause massive problems in every department. You need an IT service partner like AGR Technologies to help. AGR Technologies can identify those hidden areas that are slowing your business pace, and we're happy to do a free analysis for your company. At AGR Technologies, we can take your IT from ambling along to faster than the speed of business, which in today's competitive marketplace is exactly where you need to be. AGR, the cure for Workus Interruptus. Call today for a free IT analysis for your business. AGR Technologies, 508-925-7003, or visit agrtechnologies.com. Special thanks to these sponsors. JetLift, the official tote of the national tour. The only 5-in-1 modular watercraft lift and transport system. Goggle Grip, changing the way you wear goggles. And Slippery Wetsuits, the official wetsuit of the national tour.
I'm Rob Wells from the Naples Marco Island Everglades Convention and Visitors Bureau. I'm here today at Sugden Regional Park in sunny Naples, standing on the shores of Lake Avalon, the new home of the Pro Watercross Tour World Championship. We're excited to welcome everyone here in September to experience Florida's Paradise Coast. Besides enjoying all the fun that will take place here on Lake Avalon, we invite you and your family to enjoy all the fun and excitement our area has to offer. With over 30 miles of spectacular white sand beaches overlooking the Gulf of Mexico, come find your place in the sun. If you're a golfer, welcome to Golf Heaven. With over 90 courses, the Paradise Coast was just named North America's #1 golf destination. For the adventure, come explore our 10,000 islands in the world-famous Everglades National Park. Last but not least, we encourage you to visit our world-class restaurants, boutiques, art galleries, and museums. I look forward to welcoming you to my paradise and hope you make it your paradise. Welcome.
Special thanks to our sponsors. Pensacola Sports Association. Sports, more than just a game. Pensacola Beach Santa Rosa Island Authority. Come for the fun, stay for the beauty. I'm here just catching up with Rob Flores as we come to the final event for the 2015 Pro Watercross National Tour, and we're notably missing a couple of people here.
Yeah, a few of the usual suspects are missing, which is taking a little bit of the thunder out of this, whole victory and all that, but it is what it is, I'm luckily doing my part, showing up. Can't make everybody else show up, but everyone has some kind of circumstances that they're dealing with, so just part of racing season.
Recap in St. George on the Zion.
Me and Mac, we had a good time. Class was a little light, so me and him basically run away with the whole thing. So, and it's we don't even have to say it. We just instantly flip switches on and we start screwing with each other. And we've known each other for probably 30 years or so, around there. And we take off the start, and he comes over, he kicks me and bangs me, and I looking at him, and I'm laughing. I can't believe he held on. And just looking at each other the whole way and banging the whole way. And we come around, and he waves bye to me. But then I almost really, ate it. It was pretty comical. And then the whole moto, I'm laughing. Like every time I think about it, I laugh and start sliding out, and doing some donkey crap. But we have fun. We're pretty equal in talent most of the time. Sometimes he hits another gear, and he's always one of the guys to beat for sure. But it's good to have fun.
You can tell that started on the line.
Oh yeah, we were already talking on the line, clowning, and then it just, like I said, it's like a switch. It automatically switches on, and screwing around starts.
It was awesome.
Yeah, I didn't get to see it. I mean, obviously I was part of it, but I didn't get to see any video or anything. It made it look funny.
It was pretty. Well, at first we didn't know, right? So I couldn't tell. Like you
Thought we were
lost balance, right?
Or if it was a serious, screw up or
Right.
crash or something.
But the way you snapped your face at it, like you snapped the helmet at it, you could just tell you're like, oh, here we go.
Yeah. And one time he tried pulling my lanyard off.
Was that at St. George too?
Yeah. One of those starts.
You guys are awesome.
It's hilarious.
So you have a brand new boat this year. You want to talk about Yamaha?
Yes, I have a brand new ride. Well, it's not new now. It's been going this whole season, but it was in the works last season. About halfway through the tour last year, started talking with Yamaha. Very fortunate to get hooked up with them for stock class and GP class. And during the course of the winter, I developed a hole for myself, and for Yamaha. Hopefully, who knows, they might use something that I come up with. Who knows? You never know. Maybe it's possible, but the main thing was I did it for me to go race. And it's taken the whole tour for me to get the bugs worked out as far as the actual package, the bolt-on stuff, the custom ride plates, custom scoop brakes, all the custom stuff. And so that's why I'm out of the points in GP. It's one of those things that it had to be done. So I had to sacrifice the season, but I think it'd be worth it in the long run.
You are definitely known, Rob, for being one of the smoothest, quietest riders out there in a lot of motos, right? So you make everything look pretty effortless. Oh, yeah. When you
I call it lazy.
Let's try to be nice. Thank you. No, you really do. When you designed the hull on that, I mean, what were you looking for when you were putting it together? What kind of game?
Basically, exactly what I just said. I like to ride lazy, even though I'm covering ground, going at decent speed, I think, sometimes. But I want it to be effortless, I don't have the time to train like Mac. Mac trains his butt off. He is dedicated. And I'm dedicated too, just in a different way, but I like to, I wanted to make the thing easy to ride. And the whole time I want it easy for me and for, prospective customers. If they buy the holes, it'll be easy for them too.
So the learning curves.
Yeah, take the learning curve and shrink it down big time. Because obviously, the skis are going way faster. So it's, you're walking a fine line, the faster the ski is, you're giving up handling. So it's trying to find that happy medium.
We're kind of dancing around a little bit on the questions, but I wanted to ask you about this because you're really one of the few riders that does it all, right? So you're under the hood, you're racing, you're driving a lot from tour stop to tour stop. I mean, honestly, the logistics of that, how hard is that?
Oh, it's hard, especially this year, going through, doing this whole development, a little bit of personal stuff, a little bit of health stuff. I mean, not going through anything that anybody else doesn't go through, that's just life. But like you said, doing every aspect of it, from building the holes to building the motors to assembling the boats to getting the boats to the races and then racing, and then it's a lot. And this year was taking on this project. It got it done, but like I said, it took its toll on it, physically, financially, mentally, and like I said, hopefully it all pay off.
You hate to do all of that. I mean, how do you prep for races? Because, there's a lot of racers that, their whole idea is visualizing an hour before the race. You've got, 15 minutes?
Yeah, I don't have a whole lot of time to visualize, racing because I'm actually working on something, checking something, you know, going over the boat. It's probably maybe good in that part because you don't worry about it. Because when I go to line, I'm not worried, stressed about anything. You know, no butterflies, you know, none of that. But maybe that's the reason because I'm so busy, I don't have time to think about it.
True.
You know, plus I'm not young, and I guess
What?
you have butterflies when you're young in racing, but yeah, way past that.
The CBS guy, he said you were like 27 or something.
In my simple mind, I'm 27. You know, these lately, you know, the last couple of years, it's starting. I can, you know, I'm starting to feel age, but it's pretty cool that me and Mac are, you know, the ages that we are, and we're still, I think, at, you know, top of our class, and all these young guys are just finally starting to give us a, you know, some good races, which is good because me and I can't do it forever.
True. Well, pretty cool.
It seems like forever. 28 years of racing is a long career.
So you came into this event, you're leading the Pro Ski GP, so I think you're
Stop.
doing pretty good.
Stop.
Oh,
Stop.
Pro Ski stock.
Yeah, and I really didn't want to do stock. You know, like I said, I had this whole, you know, GP program that I was concentrating on, but on the other hand, it's good that I did stock for Yamaha. You know, it says a lot for this boat that they have, the Super Jet. But pretty much, you know, it's been, you know, a guy riding one here and there throughout the last, you know, quite a few years, and for myself and Mac to be on one, to come out and, you know, winning all these motos for Yamaha, it's, you know, that's great. So I'm happy I decided to do stock this year, for sure.
So we talked a little bit before about the highs and lows of doing a long tour. How do you get through a lot of races?
Yeah, and like we were talking about earlier, the racing part, I still enjoy doing it. I still have fun when I'm here. What's getting harder every year is the actual traveling, the logistics of it. So that's the hard part. That's what I'm starting to fight now. And, you know, because I like being here, but I like being home too. So it's like happy to hurry up and get here, and then happy to hurry up and get home. Like, I mean, it doesn't make any sense, but that's what it feels like.
It does. Yeah, I agree.
You know, but I do enjoy the time being here with everybody and the racing, and still have fun doing it, or I wouldn't do it.
All right, so you had kind of the crazy thing with the trailers to share. For those that missed that story, share what happened.
Yeah, actually, I've had a good run. So, I mean, I've had, you know, a flat tire here and there throughout the years, but it's the first real mechanical issue with a vehicle or trailer that I've ever had. And a leaf spring broke, and the axle ripped halfway out, you know, from one side and out the back. And mid-morning, you know, bumper-to-bumper traffic going through Dallas. So it was pretty sketchy. I'm not gonna lie, I was scared. The trailer's hopping back and forth, and luckily I'm a little smart, so I gassed it on the band to straighten it out, and I drug the thing probably almost a quarter mile before the trailer stopped hopping and I could get it off, you know, and not even off the side of the road. It was construction zone on top of that, so there was no parking. So I'm in the slow lane, and you want to talk about sketchy. But
Did you hit anybody?
luckily not. It's a Christmas miracle. Nobody's vehicles got damaged. My vehicle didn't get damaged aside from the axle on the trailer, but the trailer didn't get damaged. It's unbelievable. Like the highway patrol, they couldn't believe that there was no kind of collateral damage on anybody's vehicle. Crazy.
And you got everything fixed and still managed to make the next race.
Yeah, I was actually on the way to round one in Florida, and got there Friday evening. I mean, it was pushing it, but I made it. You know, a good friend of mine, Dale, that owns Dale's Jet Sports in Texas, ended up. He helped me, and we did a little trailer repair at the jet ski shop. So, luckily, you know, that's the one thing too, is, you know, doing as long as I have, I pretty much know somebody everywhere. So I was lucky all the way around. Somebody was looking out for me.
Or that angel right out.
Yeah, all 9 lives, like that.
So, okay, 28 years. What's your best highlight? It's like best race ever.
Oh,
I know, right on the spot.
that's tough. There's been a lot of good races, a lot of good times. Probably, and I can't narrow it down to one event. I'd have to narrow it down to 1 year. I think it would be '97 when I was riding for factory Kawasaki and Jeff Jacob riding for factory Yamaha, and we battled. every weekend, week out. If I won a moto, he got second. If he won a moto, I got second. It was back and forth. And, it sort of reminded me of like the same time McGrath and Emmett going at it in Supercross. It was along those lines. One would win, the other was second. So one moto, I got a third, and he won. And it came down to the final round in Pittsburgh, and it was winner take all. It was like 4 points separating us or something, and
Wow.
he won. That's the jammer, you know, it was smooth, always in the right place, right time, and a smart rider. And a big compliment from him to me was that was his most cherished championship ever out of all of his championships, and he has a lot. So for him to say that, that's saying a lot. You know, it meant a lot to me. Obviously, I would like to win, but it was epic battle for sure. So that's, you know, I'll take that with me when I lose or die or whatever.
All right, craziest moment or worst moment?
I don't think I've had any worse moments. Well, I take that back, or bad nights. But probably the year prior to that, World Finals '96, I was riding Factory Kawasaki, and I was last off the line, went through the whole pack, like 3 laps, past Jacobs, doing a leg drag on the outside, and left him. And like I said, he's no slouch. And last lap, the throttle shaft broke on the carburetor. So went from hero to zero, like that. That hurt. Financially, mentally, because at that point I was so ready for that race. Physically, the equipment was good, everything was gelling, and it's racing.
It's racing. Thanks for your time. Appreciate you letting us catch up with you.
Yeah, you know, I haven't made too many appearances this year. It's been, like I said, it's been an up and down season as far as results. But stock class has been solid, but I want to be in that GP class with, you know, Austin and Motts and, you know, Mac and everybody. I deserve to be up there. I put the work in. I know I can run with everybody still, so to get back out there.
Why don't we miss you? I mean, you always provide a ton of excitement, and of course, I love watching you race.
Thanks, appreciate that. Like I said, I will be back out there next year.
Yeah, even after this next talk with
Austin,
B-Rod.
you know, trying to give me a little bit of crap. You know, washed up, I need to retire, and you know, I went from hero to zero. Not even, I think the first time that probably I didn't get any kind of like podium at all in GP in all my years. So it sort of bugged me.
I wonder. I wasn't gonna ask, so thank you for saying that. Because I don't want to, put you on the spot.
I'll be back.
I know that had to be like, ah.
Yeah, every time I'm watching these guys, man, I should be right there with them. But can't have it good all the time.
All right, one final one. Just made me think of it. So, of all the young guys that you've been watching, who most impresses you?
It's a tough question. Well, lately it's been this Carrot Top character, you know, Austin, you know. He's stepped it up. Getting old, my memory is not what I thought it was. Rangers had some good runs, you know, here and there, and Austin, obviously, like I said, and just there's a lot of talent in there. And it's good to see all these younger guys finally start picking up. They're either picking up the pace, or Mac and I are slowing down, one of the two.
Thank you.
Or a combination of both.
I didn't even hear that last part. I think it's cool that BB's racing too.
Yeah, she's progressing, you know. She's a chick riding, you know, men's equipment, which is a handful, you know, for a lot of us at times. So for her to, you know, be out there doing it is pretty cool. You know, hopefully she'll stick with it.
I hope so too. All right, guys. I got the awesome time to hang with the Flo, Rob Flores, boat number 88. Oh, why's the boat number 88? You never changed that.
That was the year I started racing.
Was that why?
Yeah, I just, instead of changing numbers every year, you know, I sort of looked at like, you know, car racing or whatever. Somebody usually has a number and they stick with it, or the number sticks with the car, you know, people know that number. So that's the reason why I just pulled it in dirt. That's when I started. So 88 double dog balls.
Okay, now I'll put right in here. Again, it's Rob Flores. We're on the final round for the 2015 Pro Watercross National Tour. It was great to catch up with you.
Thanks for having me.
Can't wait to see you this weekend.
See what happens.
You're welcome. I'm glad we could have you.
With just 2 rounds of racing remaining, the battle for a national championship is heating up. In GP Ski, 2 crafty veterans lead the chase. The Mac Attack, Chris McCluggage, clings to a 2-point lead over a very determined Rob Flores. In Pro Runabout Open, the Duke of Cambridge, Lord James Bushell, leads the class in moto wins, but still trails in points behind the killer from Kuwait, Abdullah Al-Fadel. Over in Runabout Stock, Eric the Eagle Francis continues to defend his national and world title, but can he hold off a very tough and determined Troy the Slugger Snyder? We'll find out when the HydroTurf National Watercross Tour rolls into Lake Hartwell, Georgia for round number 6. It's the Triple Crown of Watercross, August 10th and 11th in Lake Hartwell, Georgia. Don't miss it.
Special thanks to these sponsors. JetLift, the official tote of the National Tour. The only 5-in-1 modular watercraft lift and transport system. Goggle Grip, changing the way you wear goggles. And Slippery Wetsuits, the official wetsuit of the National Tour.
All my brothers and I were born in different places. My family's from Pennsylvania, and we moved down to South Florida. I was probably about 5 years old, so.
Interesting. Military? Your parents' military background?
No, not
okay.
at all. Dad just liked to go places.
I like him already.
Like, I'm not happy here. Let's go ahead and move to another state. They did that for a while, but family's from Pennsylvania, so not too far off from here. I know there's some Pens in the house, maybe.
Oh, I'm sure. Do you get a chance to head back to Pennsylvania ever?
Yeah, definitely. Not too much family left there with the grandparents and all that, but yep, definitely head back up there. I never even go to South Florida anymore. I spend all my time in Clearwater. Fort Lauderdale, Miami area is a little busy these days, as you could say.
Oh, yeah. I remember when the National Tour used to always stop in Fort Lauderdale.
That was actually, Don, the first time I saw a jet ski competition. Sat on the beach in '98, and I said I'll be here in '99, and they, never happened, but I started competing in '99. That's right.
The rest was history.
What's that?
It said the rest was history.
As they say, 16 long years.
Oh, my gosh. You have quite an impact, actually, on the world of freestyle, and it's changed quite a bit since you got in.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I can say that personally, just building the skis, everything in Clearwater. Remember, and what's cool about it is you can still go out and just get a Yamaha. If you want to get into freestyle, just buy a Yamaha. I'm not being brand specific to this extent. I'm just saying that if you have one, you could even buy a nice hull and take everything out and bolt it in. So get a Superjet and start riding if you want to do freestyle, because you have to learn. These machines make it a little bit easy, but if you don't have a good background, you're really not going to excel in the sport.
Oh, man, that'd be really fun. I keep threatening that I'm going to go down there and start learning how to do freestyle. I see Chris down there.
I think Chris is saying something about something, but, Chris, your amateur national champion last year, still working hard this year. I work with Chris and see him ride daily and all that. He's not stopping his work, so a lot of people are like, why'd you come back to wrap up this title again? It's like, well, if you want it, take it from him.
That's right.
And in that respect, doing it right, if you really want to have an impact in the sport, if you want to turn professional and be known, it's not a bad idea to stick around those amateur ranks and really just get the time on the water.
That's not unusual, by the way, to stay amateur for several years, even if you do.
What makes a city a destination? Is it the history of the place or the history you can make there? Is it the famous or not so famous that make it special? Really special. Natural or made by hand? Ask yourself, is your next destination hip, historic, and almost heaven?
I'm Danny Jones, Mayor of Charleston, West Virginia, with a personal welcome to the city that's known for its hospitality, river fun, cool restaurants, historic architecture, and great meeting venues. Make your next destination someplace hip, historic, and almost heaven. Make it Charleston, West Virginia.
Wake up in Charleston, West Virginia, a capital city with small-town charm. It's easy to get here. Named for that famous jet pilot who broke the sound barrier, you can touch down at Yeager Airport and be downtown in just about 5 minutes. Plus, Charleston, West Virginia is your gateway and getaway to all that's wild and wonderful about the Mountain State, because you're only about an hour's drive from world-class adventure. And for those intrigued with our rich history, there's a trail, a tour, or a site that will take you back in time, back to our salty past. Walk where the Iroquois and Adena once lived. Visit the hometown of Reverend Leon Sullivan, or see how that past has manifested itself in our future at the world-class Clay Center for the Arts and Sciences.
There's a spring in the mountain and it flows down to the town.
Heard round the world on National Public Radio. Mountain Stage calls Charleston, West Virginia home. Catch it live and in person here. You can soothe the senses in a more classical way, or turn up the volume with excitement. But if getting down to business is why you're here, we're ready for you. From the convention center to Charleston's hotels, we do what it takes to make sure your stay exceeds expectations. Whether spending the day at work or at play, we're a bona fide walkable city. In fact, strolling in Charleston is a walk back in time to simple pleasures and new family traditions. But as we say in Charleston, it's all about the food. And when the day drifts into night, all the stars come out and light up our skies. In Charleston, nighttime is the right time to just relax. Whatever you do, live it up and enjoy Charleston's special blend of hospitality. So come discover your inner hip, historic, and almost heaven. There's only one place to do it. Charleston, West Virginia.
Hi,
I am here with Brock Austin. I finally got a chance to catch up with him. Again, we're at the Charleston, West Virginia stop. Double points this weekend. Fresh off of this guy's first win on a national tour stop in Pro Ski GP. So, like, how did that go?
Yeah, it was pretty awesome. I had a lot of hard work this year and training really hard. Everything's coming together.
Did you come into that race last weekend thinking that you'd be at the top of the course?
I was really hoping, shooting for it. I didn't really know what was going to happen. I never expected anything from the race. Just kind of go with it and see what happens. Came out my favorites.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So tell me about your career. You started racing when you were 10.
Yep, started when I was 10 just to do it as a hobby when my dad raced. And then kind of got more serious when I was 12. Then got run over when I was 12. And then we stopped for 4 years and came back when I was 16. So we rode at a local Utah lake. We just rode around with some older guys and figured out that I was kind of fast still. Wanted to get back into it and went back into it and got in the novice class and started from there.
So you actually got hurt when you were 12 at racing. And did that affect you at all coming back? Like, that's quite a gap.
Yeah, coming back I was kind of timid on the ski, just, it's kind of changing you, but the more I got into it, the more I rode with like safe riders who I can trust. I kind of got the feel for it again. It wasn't a problem.
So now moving forward, and you're in the elite class, right?
Yeah.
So, what kind of stuff do you do in training or visualize or get ready for the race?
I try not to think about the race really at all. But,
Okay, we'll stop talking. I'm just kidding.
but training wise, just like the typical stuff, running, jogging, just kind of specialized stuff like person line, weights, your typical athlete kind of training.
Your typical athlete? Yeah, you know that. Typical athlete sits down, eats his body to death when he gets good.
Pretty much.
So what do you think is like the easiest thing about riding your boat?
Really, there's not like an easy part to it, but it's really a tough one to answer. I don't know.
You seem so effortless is why.
Oh, just the adrenaline rush, really. Stop thinking about everything that you race.
Okay, so I know the first one you finished was pretty awesome, but besides that, you got like highlight best race ever.
It have to be the world finals, the 2 back-to-back world titles. Definitely a good one to remember. I know I'll never forget it. But then, 2 years after that, losing the world title on the lead.
Best words.
Yeah.
How important? Oh, we need to talk about it. How important for you is it that you have your dad on the line?
It's awesome to have him today because by far my biggest fan. He's supported me the whole time I've been racing. He's taught me a lot of what I know. I've learned from watching people. So I learned from watching him, the Pluggage, and all the guys back in the day before I raced.
Okay, so we're just going to take a year off. We're going to travel around the world. Like, how did you do that?
We just knew that now's the time to do it. I'm at the perfect age and training really hard. Now's the perfect time.
Mom, I'll pay you back. No.
She understands. I still work really hard on it. All of us work really hard. So work, a million hours it seems like. And then just go relax and go on a trip and go racing.
You work with your dad. You guys all work in the same company, right?
Yep.
So of course he's going to make sure you work hard. Your dad works with you.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we both work really hard so we can race.
So when did you get faster than Bill?
Probably right after the novice level, stepping into expert. Everything kind of started connecting and started training more, and that's when it all came together.
Because he's no slouch, right? Bill Austin, pretty fast guy. Just saying.
He was. Now he just likes to have fun with it. Because after the broken leg, he can't get down on the tray or anything, so now he just has fun.
All right, so you've done a lot, like quite a bucket list this year. Recaps, been to China, went to Dubai. All right, where would you like to go racing?
For sure, Thailand. We're planning on that in December.
This year?
Yep.
I want to go.
We're going, so you can just hide with the ski in the crate.
Do you mind? Perfect.
But yeah, that's definitely a trip we're looking forward to.
Awesome. All right. Finally get to catch up with B-Rock. We're at the double point, and you're in third now.
Yep.
No pressure.
11 points behind second, and he's not here, so.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Oh, look at you. So you're pretty excited.
Yeah, just want to, kind of maintain, hope for a good finish, of course, but just try and get those 11 points and take second. Take first. So it's still close enough to take first, just depending on where everyone finishes.
Awesome. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the one and only B-Rock. Fueled by Shark Energy Drink.
Yeah, and Mikey.
And Mikey. Oh, we gotta say hi to Mikey. Hi, Mikey.
Hi, Mikey. You're missing out on the Sharks.
You are. Thanks, bye. That was awesome.
Special thanks to these sponsors. JetLift, the official tote of the National Tour. The only 5-in-1 modular watercraft lift and transport system. Goggle Grip, changing the way you wear goggles. And Slippery Wetsuits, the official wetsuit of the National Tour.
One.
Awesome, we're here with another fireside chat, as Rick Ignacio is calling them from 24/7 live streaming. I want to say a special thanks to him, by the way, for doing all the live streaming this year, and he's really, I think, up to the level big time. So we've been wanting to catch up with all the awesome racers, like this crazy guy here. And Pete, what's interesting is you ride pretty low key. Like, I haven't known you a long time, but I was sitting here trying to think of what I know about you, and I know some things, but not a ton. So I'm actually going to do the 411 here on Pete Zerman.
Got it. Well, this year I actually had the opportunity to do the whole tour, which is rocky. I got a sponsor that funded me, and it was absolutely killer. He provided me with some money to where I can actually make these races. Generally, I stay in California, and like Charleston, do my local tour out there, like the DJSA series, some of Roswell's series as well, and then World Finals, of course. But this year, like I said, AJ has just been more and more fun. It's more and more fun for the Pro Watercross tour. And he's just great, and the venues are getting better and better. And honestly, this is thinking that I'm right now. These places are amazing. Where we are right now is great.
It is pretty glorious. Okay, so the boat 149, what's the number about?
149, well, my favorite football team is the 49ers. It is what it is. Okay. I'm from San Francisco, Bay Area, so the 49, and then, when I started novice racing, you had to put a 1 in front of it. So
right.
There's the 149. But after time, and I got older in racing, I work in a nightclub, 149 seems to be the nicest part of the night, because it's about 10 minutes before I can get everyone out, and 10 minutes before I get to go home, so, or 11 minutes, but it's just stuff for me. So I didn't switch it to the 49ers or the 49ers, so I just left it at 149.
That's awesome, I love that story.
The novice, you had to put the 1 there, so that's why.
So you're a manager at a nightclub?
I'm the VIP host.
Oh.
Gentleman's host.
What does the VIP host mean?
That means...
So like I know cool people?
Yes! Some would say I'm cool, some would but
everybody thinks you're cool.
Thank you for that. I basically take care of all our high-end guests at the Gentleman's Club. I work at the Gold Club in San Francisco. And anybody who comes in, comes upstairs, it's my job to make sure they have a great time, whatever they need. Whether it's speedy service, entertainers, or whatever it is.
So that explains why you're always so chill on one. I don't ever see you get too amped up, too nerved out. Is that true?
Oh, I came in this little late. I would have been 10 years younger. This would have been perfect. But I think it's just because I'm pretty simple. It's not going through your mind on the line.
Yeah.
The more races I go to, the more starts I go to, it seems to be better and better.
You've been doing really good.
Not as well as I would like, but I've been fighting a lot of speed trouble. In Utah, my speed got plowed. I wish I would use it. I'm happy with them.
So, favorite stop so far?
So far, I'm going to have to go with Anaheim.
Oh!
Scooters out there, racing in the surf, food on the beach. It's amazing.
Yeah, that was awesome. All right, I'm going to have to jump with you on that one. I love Pensacola for the racing.
It was great too. Don't get me wrong. That was they're all amazing. This one here is pulling right up there. I don't know who's second and third anymore because these stops are just getting better.
All right, so goals for next year, since you did so well this year.
Top 5 in pro, that's what I'm shooting for every year. At least top 5. That's what I'm going for, that's what I'm shooting for. I'm going to keep plugging away at it.
Awesome. All right, so craziest race you've ever done?
I haven't been pro ski in the World Finals a few years ago, hitting a log jump. Last year I didn't make the main, really upset. Ski troubles, so I'd have to say that.
And the log jump?
The log jump, just everybody. It was chaos. When you shoot off the line with 20 guys, all the best riders in the world, you know, it's just crazy. It's crazy until it settles down and you kind of see what's going on. Those first turns,
From your perspective, what's it like running up next to Chris McCluggage? Oh my gosh, I mean, just all the names, Rob Flores. I mean, Rob's pretty easygoing and doing a lot of, you know, Kevin Ritter.
it's definitely an experience that I'll never forget lining up with all these good racers. Right now, I think this sport is taking a turn in areas that it's never been to because the skis are getting so much faster, the riders are getting so much better, and the motos are getting, I don't know if they're getting longer or not, but it just seems like the level is going higher and higher, especially when you're going faster and faster. Riding around with all those guys is definitely an experience. McCluggage, I love him to death. You know, I mean, I don't get to hang out with him or see him as much as I like, considering he's on the Liquid Militia team, but, you know, cool guy, cool family. I'm looking forward to all of our kids getting older and starting to race together, because we all are having babies. It's insane.
That is insane.
Like, you know, you look at almost every pro racer on the tour, they've got a baby coming or had one or...
Okay, so you brought up Liquid Militia. I got to talk about that. How do you get an invite to this weekend of Liquid Militia? Like, that is the most coveted thing.
So you just have to keep knocking on Kyla's door. Kyla, she's the one that says yes or no to everything out here. So, you know, if you get invited, that's an ultimate weekend of loyalty and good times, good people and good friends. It's just a great time. And if you haven't been there, you definitely got to come next year. I can make sure we get you there.
Oh, see? That's the VIP. That's the VIP.
I get a +1. Maybe.
Deal. All right. Deal. I just want to see what it's like, right?
You haven't been?
No. What? No. No. I think, honestly, I'm pretty sure we got invited before, but we couldn't make it out there, which was...
You got to go.
All right. Deal. Totally. Like, can we film it?
Of course.
Film it. Oh, Rick wants to go. Rick's over like, what? I want in.
About that. I'm sure we can make it happen.
And Rodney, we gotta get Rodney from CBS. Can't see him because they're all off camera.
It's the guy in the back of the room. I was wondering what was going on, but now I know.
Right.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
just
he's
hanging out. Nice to meet you.
Learning about all the different racers. You've talked about the sponsor. I want to give props. I don't think you had a chance to say who it was. Who's the sponsor that helped you out this year?
1-800-Radiator. He's prepared me really well the last few years. He's already gave me something for next year as well, so at least I know that I'll be making some plane reservations and paying something.
All right, so special thanks to 1-800-Radiator for allowing us to hang with one of the most awesome guys on the tour.
Where's the topless women at?
San Francisco.
And again, the smack talk off camera is still happening. Jeff Bolte in the house.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Awesome to see you.
Sorry about the Dorito breath, but I had to have it.
And now you know the secret to the fastball shots from Pizza Hut. Thanks.
Breakdown.
I'm Rob Wells from the Naples Marco Island Everglades Convention and Visitors Bureau. I'm here today at Sugden Regional Park in sunny Naples, standing on the shores of Lake Avalon, the new home of the Pro Watercross Tour World Championship. We're excited to welcome everyone here in September to experience Florida's Paradise Coast. Besides enjoying all the fun that will take place here on Lake Avalon, we invite you and your family to enjoy all the fun and excitement our area has to offer. With over 30 miles of spectacular white sand beaches overlooking the Gulf of Mexico, come find your place in the sun. If you're a golfer, welcome to Golf Heaven. With over 90 courses, the Paradise Coast was just named North America's #1 golf destination. For the adventurer, come explore our 10,000 islands in the world-famous Everglades National Park. Last but not least, we encourage you to visit our world-class restaurants, boutiques, art galleries, and museums. I look forward to welcoming you to my paradise and hope you make it your paradise. Welcome.
It's the Pop 2 Countdown with NSYNC's Lance Bass. On Sirius XM 2K 2008, number 25.
Once again, we got one more practice coming up. Your juniors down there on the line. Then we will be going directly into your pro show. All my Pro Premier Tour classes, I need you guys to start getting ready. Special thanks going out again to Hidden Trails Motorsports, the Frame family making us feel right at home here in beautiful Charleston, West Virginia. Good to see those guys out on tour. I know they were busy this year, as Don was saying earlier. And also a big shout out and thanks go out to the EVP Tour Pro Volleyball going on out there. Make sure you catch some of the action. Some of the best female, male volleyball players in the country coming out here on the EVP Pro Tour. Looks like we're also going to have some woodsmen. I think that would be the correct terminology. I hope I'm correct. Is that correct? Some woodsman exhibition? Chainsaw? What am I looking for? Chainsaw? Jibber?
All right, you guys, we've got a lot of changes on the schedule.
Timber. Now I got it. Timber sports. There we go. Still Timber Sports exhibition going on down here. We'll get some more information, find out who this gentleman is. I can see him working hard, setting up, getting all his blocks, everything ready. I saw a little chainsaw out there. You can call it little. I was just joking. It is a big chainsaw. All the fans out here checking out some of the action. Get ready. Your pro classes are coming up. Should be at 11:30 or so. Just a few minutes away.
All right, you guys, we do have quite a few changes to the schedule for the races, so I do want to just alert you. Please check your pit board. I'm going to give you a couple of examples. Race number 4 has actually been split, and it's split differently than I thought it was going to. So it's going to be Amateur Ski GP and Women's Ski Limited are going to be together, and then Vet Ski GP are going to be separate. And then race number 10 and 11 have flip-flopped. So I do want to just remind you, Pro-Am Runabout box stock is going to be race 11 and Pro-Am ski stock is going to be race number 10. So again, check your pit board for the schedule. We are going to be going to the pro show right after this final practice. Do need to have Team Faith, if I could have Kelly Smith or someone representing for Team Faith to the announcer tower. Thank you.
And at this time, all pro watercross staff, I need you to your official positions. That's right, all officials to your official positions. It's time to go racing. Just a few moments away. Big thank you going out to the pro watercross staff. Behind the scenes, making it happen here all year long. Put my hands together for them. It's been a good, fun tour. Good to be a part of it.
And by that time, Miley Cyrus was
I think it's always about going out, having a good time, being safe, doing what we love.
Her debut album as Miley was titled
Which happens to be racing jet skis.
She was breaking away from her Disney character, and 7 years later, she posed nude for a handful of photo shoots. And oh yeah, hosting the MTV VMAs at the end of this month. Yep, I'd say those Disney days are long gone. At number 24 today, it's the debut Miley single that started it all. It's 7 Things on Pop 2K.
I probably shouldn't say this, but at times I get so scared when I think about the previous relationship. relationship we shared. It was awesome, but we lost it. It's not possible for me not to care. And now we're standing in the rain, but nothing's ever gonna change until you hear, my dear, the 7 things I hate about you. The 7 things I hate about you. Oh, you. You're vain, you're a game, you're insecure. You love me, you like her. You made me laugh, you made me cry. I don't know which side to lie. Your friends are jerks when you act like them. Just know it hurts. I wanna be with the one I know. And the 7th thing I hate the most that you do. You make me love you.
All right, how about it, West Virginia? Charleston, look down on the water. You got your juniors out there. That's right, your juniors. Put your hands together for these kids out here coming out, showing you what it's all about in their practice right now.
I'll believe it if you text it. I'll delete it. Let's be clear. Oh, I'm not coming back. You're taking 7 steps here. The 7 things I hate about you. You're vain, you're a game, you're insecure. You love me, you like her. You made me laugh, you made me cry. I don't know which side to buy. Your friends are jerks when you act like them. Just know it hurts. I wanna be with the one I know. And the 7 things I hate the most that you do. You make me love you. And compared to all the great things that would take too long to write, I probably should mention the 7 that I like. The 7 things I like about you. Your hair, your eyes, your old device. When we kiss, I inside. You made me laugh, you made me cry, but I guess I'll have to buy. Your hands in mine when we're intertwined. Everything's alright. I wanna be the one I know. And the 7th thing I like the most that you do. You make me love you. You do.
Team Faith, I need to have Alec or Kelly Smith down to the announcer tower, please. Purdy, please.
That's right, big call going out to Team Faith. We need you down here so we can get our devotional started because we are getting ready to go with your pro show. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, if you're just standing by, if you're just getting an icy over here at the Shaved Ice, make your way down to the beach because, ladies and gentlemen, it's Saturday, not yet Sunday, but we are going racing.
2008, number 23.
Saturday.
And I will be your main squeeze. And if your brother don't like my style, we could take it to the street.
Yo, little girls in the city dress up pretty, go out and get messed up. Girls by the sea dress like hippies and rock love bees and go skinny dipping. Girls in the hills go day tripping to get their nails done and hair straightened. Little girls in the 818 get hot when I roll over Laurel Canyon. Let me tell you about a girl I know. She like hip hop and rock and roll. She walks slow down the avenue.
All right, you guys, we're about 10 minutes away from the pro show. Welcome to the final round. Yeah, it's like a bittersweet moment for me. It's always really fun because we've had the opportunity to watch all these point battles happening and all the great drama and fun and cool camaraderie and just plain goofy stuff that's happened during the national tour, which is typical. But we've also watched some outrageously good racing. I mean, even just looking back on the last week and all the cool upsets we had. Brock Austin, first time making it to the top of the podium in Pro Ski GP. How cool was that for a young man out of Bountiful, Utah to go to a national podium? And that's not all of the action, though. I mean, oh, many great things. Rob Flores taking Pro Ski stock last weekend. Abdullah Al-Fadel with this momentary boat breaking down. He managed to still hold on to that run for the Triple Crown. We got a lot of great stuff coming at you this weekend as well. Double points round. It's going to make it more intense out on the water. We're about 10 minutes away from the pro show, you guys. Grab your spot, as Jason said, on the bleachers. I'm up here with Jason Stoyer, who's going to be co-announcing, hanging out with me. Gentlemen, this is no stranger to you. You used to announce all the time.
Yeah, but I got some big shoes to fill this weekend. I mean, Mike Young, we know we all miss him, and Mike Young does such a good job. You and Mike have done such a great job this year. So, yeah, just coming in, going to try to do my best and fill in, and we'll definitely call the action. There's going to be plenty of that on the water. I'm not scared of that. So, just looking forward to having some fun, Dawn.
It's great to have you up here, Jason. Now, I've never asked you this, but did you ever run closed course at all?
No, I guess that's why I do freestyle. If something happens, I'd rather be the one that made it happen, I can run a buoy or two. I just, loss of control,
Yeah.
Loss of control. I drove all the way here, and then that happened. I just don't like to blame anything else. Good or bad, I know who to blame at the end of the day.
Well, and I have to say, with the other thing I've noticed about you, and as an acknowledgement of you, is that takes a tremendous amount of presence to be able to 2 minutes control that water, right? Because it's all about you, and you're entertaining.
Yeah, definitely. I think, luckily, like I said, I found jet skiing because growing up, being an entertainer with the DJing and other things of that nature, it was cool just to go out there. And like you said, it's just you on the water. It's 2 minutes. You know who to blame, like I said, at the end of the day, but also when you do good and when you do what you want to do, it's an amazing 2 minutes to go out there and to make people happy or to have the lucky opportunity to sign an autograph for an excited kid. Any of those are all privileges and fun that go with the sport for sure.
Another question for you. You're actually really able to interact with the crowd much more than a racer is, obviously. But what is that like? I mean, do you feed off of that energy?
Oh, yeah. There's times you go out there and you just maybe lay down something that makes you want to literally scream and go, woo, and then you look up and everybody's kind of quiet. And you'll see some freestylers sometimes, put their hands up, come on. And
Talk to me. Yeah.
And when the crowd gets fired up, when they do that, note to the crowd, when you fire the freestyler up, believe me, we can see it from the beach. We see the hands. We're looking at faces when we're out there riding, literally. So it's pretty cool like that.
That's really fun. Thanks for sharing that. And yes, we'll see if we can't pump up the crowds.
So we also got some more freestylers in here. We got Jeremy Parr and Johnny Leffley down there as we get ready for your racing and freestyle in your pro show coming up in just under 10 minutes. And again, another shout out to our Team Faith. Team Faith, we need you down here on the Tower of Power.
Oh, yeah. Kind of right now, actually, as we get ready for our pro show. Team Faith, need to have you up in the tower. Team Faith, Alec or Kelly or whoever would like to do that, if I could have you up in the tower. Thanks, bud. I know they just got through with practice, so we're just giving them a second minute or two so they could get back up in the tower. And we are going to be going live with the live stream. Now, it's going to sound kind of weird, so I just want to alert everybody to that. So we do a portion of the show where we actually are talking on the live stream, so it'll maybe sound like Jason and I are up here talking to each other, but...
Dawn's filling me in at the same time, guys, so don't worry.
So, and then we'll actually come back to the live portion of the show as well as we get that live stream going. But the first couple of minutes are actually going to be devoted to that live stream as we get that started.
She's saying we got to make it for TV, and then we'll be right back to you guys here on the crowd, on the beach, hanging out, checking out all the action. But we got a little bit of business to do with our live stream for all the people back home. Let them know where we are, what we're doing, and who we are.
Zachary. Alrighty, again. Pro Ski, need to have you down the line. Pro Ski, need to have you ready. Pro Ski GP on the line, please. We are just a few moments away from starting our live show. Pro Ski GP, need to have you down on the line as we are a rocket with our very first pro race